If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Right, welcome back to Castle Strahd Week 9 Part 2. So, I'm James Corp. Don't forget, if you're enjoying this, to like and subscribe. Enjoy the utter chaos that's known as our Castle Strahd game. So, as we left off, Ark has gone to go to sleep, and everyone else is sitting around the fire sharing stories. And Avastani is about to share one of their stories. Excuse me, I'm just clearing my throat.
Means, you go first.
A mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing. A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the Devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their grounds and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. The battle flew from the courtyard of Ravenloft to a precipice over. Is that right?
Precipice.
Yeah, precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the Devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the wizard's body to see if, he had anything of value. But the river of Iveless had already spirited him away.
Strahd.
I'm writing this down. Sorry, because I gotta communicate. My character's remembering this because I'll communicate it to Ark in the morning.
Eve's too dumb to. No.
In countdown, I'm writing this down.
There you go. If you want it.
In character, that was laying down. Most likely I overheard it.
I used to bring out that hand-drawn map he has of Barovia and just ask, could you point where on this map the forests are for me? Just out of curiosity. I can put that map myself.
Just like a big arrow. Where's Strahd?
Well, no, this is not where Strahd. This is not Strahd. Let me assure you of that right now.
Yeah, this is the wizard.
This is the
canon.
This is the dude I'm looking for. So
we assume at least. Although we don't know that in character, I don't think you've told us about.
You talked about a mentor.
Oh, Irina's looking for a dude.
Just give me a sec.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, let me look at the map.
I'm just trying to see on the map where the falls might be.
Okay, so.
There's some suspicions.
Okay, Eve or
Hello.
Emily, you were like before me, right? In
What?
in the whole reading thing, right?
I was the first one. Yes.
Okay, so
Oops,
you would have
didn't mean to do that.
you could have heard if you're still standing at the wagon.
No,
I
she
did
didn't hear
say
anything.
Okay. Shit.
No, she was too busy flirting with someone, probably.
I was trying.
Wait.
You could tell
I
us
was
in the
trying.
morning when we tell Ark about this in the morning.
Eve's biggest downfall is if there's a plan, she'll forget it. So, or ignore it.
He says
So don't
it is.
rely on me.
He says you will cross a bridge in the morning, which leads to where the falls are. He says the pool we are the Tizer pool is just before the falls, just further
So
downstream.
This pool feeds into the falls.
Yes.
You see, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Oh, so the river's running westward, not eastward.
Yeah, it runs westward. So that bridge that we need to go
That's
over.
weird.
Oh, no, it's actually no. According to this, it runs. It seems to be running that eastward on the map. So yeah, but yeah, you will see them.
So the
by
the waterfall pours into the swamp pool.
It runs eastward, yeah.
It doesn't matter because none of us are gonna have to
Yeah, I mean, what of our
swim it
characters
in
knows
real
that?
life and figure the
Yeah.
current out. But it's,
Yeah, do you see where the bridge is?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, on the hand drawn map.
Yeah.
Do you see the big pool there?
To the right.
Yeah,
Yes.
the falls are in that at the start, just as it opens up at the end.
So they're just to the left of the bridge. Yeah.
Yes, I had to check my left and right there. Did you see that? Did
So
you
we
see me
could
go
add-
like that? Just
Yeah. So we could actually possibly see it when the light is up.
Yeah. then we
yeah.
pass
So
over
it's
the bridge.
this section here. I can't fucking. Can I draw on it? Hang on.
it's just to the west of the bridge. We got it
We got it. Yeah.
No one go in the water. Done.
on the hand-drawn Barovian map.
It's not the one with the forks.
Oh, we do be
just-
drawing though. Look at him.
Oh,
That was me.
Oh,
Where?
So-
What?
James.
So it's where I've just marked in grey, is it?
That's where we are now, aren't we?
No, that's where we are now. It's just to the
Yeah.
left of the bridge, just to the west of the bridge. It's
Shit.
So-
Oh wait.
Yeah.
there you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Right.
Okay, so there.
So what's that?
That's
that-
the waterfall.
That's
the
the
falls.
waterfall where
About there?
supposedly the
The wizard was cast down.
where the wizard is cast.
Because you're
Oh.
currently
At the camp. Yes.
you're currently here, right?
Those little barrels, yeah.
Yeah, probably at the camp. Yeah.
So we'll go to Mordecai Memorial Falls in the morning.
But we don't know it's Mortakainen.
I know.
Yeah.
No.
Smart asses.
You said the river flows eastward, or is it westward?
Westward.
Flows
We're just
westward.
going around in circles.
That means the body would have been carried either into these pools. I doubt
Well,
it would have been carried up into the mountains. So if there is a body,
It's possibly in. Yeah.
well, I think
we don't know
what-
this. We don't know this.
we don't know
think-
anything about Karen.
Yeah.
We can discuss this in the morning with Arc's input. I'm
Yes.
just in character. My character's still thinking it over.
Sorry.
I think I might know where out of character Mordecai has washed up, but that is metagaming, and I will not say it until.
So,
I think he's hung up under the bridge and just dead drowned under there.
So he finishes his story and he turns to Eve and goes,
Oh,
"And what about you, young lady?"
Once upon a time, there was an orphan, and she got rescued. Like her parents died, and she got rescued by a guy who taught her how to fight. And then he died, and then she found her way into Waterdeep. The end. Very vivid, I know.
Wow,
That's it.
wow, that was amazing.
I was
I know.
I was just
Gonna leave out the
I
whole
was just
killing people
chuckling
for
to
money.
myself. I was
You
just
don't need to
chuckling
know.
myself. I will subtly. I was just subtly just pat Eve on the back with his tail.
She's not all there, bless her. She tries.
Yeah, you get. I'm gonna give you a B for effort,
Thank you.
E for
Right.
fucking a U for like achievement.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Right. And they turn to Naroon. I hope you have a better story. Fucking rude bastards they are.
Yeah, you fuck. I'll give you a story.
There is a story that I once heard in the service of a matriarch. One time, the matriarch's ancestors, one of her ancestors, called together all the greatest scholars in the Underdark, called upon the greatest historians, the greatest arcanists, the greatest diviners. For you see, the matriarch had just come to power and was young, even by my people's standards. And she called to them and she said, I want you to go and create me a book to explain to me how to rule my land properly, how to rule the Underdark. And so the scholars went away and they established a small little location for themselves, and they worked and they worked and they worked, and they eventually created this mighty tome. And they came back after 300 years had passed. And there before them sat the matriarch, now a beautiful woman, with a proud mate by her side and several strong-willed children. With her as well were various generals and ambassadors, for she had gone and conquered all the neighboring kingdoms of the Underdark. And she looked at this mighty tome and said, this is too much. I cannot read this. Go back and shorten it. Remove the clutter and bring me just what I need. So the scholars went away again to their hideouts. They cut sections unnecessary, reworded things to be shorter. And eventually, after 150 years, they came back and presented this book in front of her. By now, the wrinkles had begun to set in, and she now had many grandchildren. She also had more generals, more ambassadors, for she had gone on to conquer numerous other kingdoms in the Underdark, and had developed an empire stretching territory only those on the surface can dream of. And upon seeing this book, she looked at it and said, this is too much. Look at my age, look at the wrinkles appearing. I do not have enough time to read this. Go. Bring me only what I need to know now. And so once again, the scholars went away. They worked and they worked, trimmed and trimmed. Some passed on to be replaced by others. And eventually they were able to shorten it down to a book no more the size of no more than maybe 100 pages. And so they came back. And when they found her, the matriarch was at the temple, lying sick, dying. With her were her children, her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren, high priestesses, generals from all four corners of the Underdark, and ambassadors from the surface, where she had begun a conquest, when even surface kingdoms had fallen. And the scholars presented the book to her, and she said, what is the point of me reading this? How am I supposed to know how to rule when I am on death's door? And then they heard a cough. There was a young girl that was running back and forth, bringing the matriarch wine. And the little girl looked at these scholars, looked at these diviners, looked at these arcanists and said, you have wasted your time and the matriarch's time. I could tell you how to rule. I could tell you everything about life. And of course the court was enraged and demanded to know what this girl meant. The matriarch hushed them and said to this girl, "Explain to me, how does one rule?" And the little girl with wine said, "You are born, you rule, and then you die. There is no way to rule correctly." With a laugh, the matriarch acknowledged this and then went on to join Loth beyond.
Garrett stands up and is like, "All right, I'm going to bed. You lost me at there was a new matriarch." And he gets up and like walks off. Goes to...
Oh no!
Oh, it was worse. You know,
Here's to get
we
out of his
found that a
chainmail.
fascinating story.
That's why I just did bullet points on my.
No, I wasn't criticizing the story. Garrett is.
Sorry,
Yeah, I'm not.
This is a good story.
So yeah, the Vistani do say it is getting late. Maybe it is time to turn in for the night. You are welcome to stay by the fire.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I hope so. I feel like there's a twig somewhere.
And I guess you settled down for the evening?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Is anyone going to keep watch? Or you're
I
just
can
all
keep.
sleep?
I can keep watch.
Freckles. A young Vistani woman approaches you as you're all settling down for sleep. Excuse me. Can I don't mean to imply, but she's like, I'm wondering if you could help me.
Oh, help you with what?
She says, she said it will be soon. It is going to be my niece's name day is approaching in shortly. And I'm wondering if you would be able to purchase my niece a gift for her name's day. I will give you the gold to do it. Her name is Arabella.
Oh, Arabella. What is the gift that you want me to get?
I recommend getting a toy from Blinksy Toys in Falaki.
Oh, okay. I like toys. Okay. So, what was the name of that place again?
Blinksy Toys.
Okay, Blinksy Toys. Okay.
Blinksy. BLINSKY. Toys.
Okay. Blinksy Toys. Okay. I will look into this and get you a toy. Is there anything that she likes in particular?
A nice doll. A nice doll would be good. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know about dolls. Yes. Okay, I will pick out a very beautiful doll for your
She's like, she looks around and she says, "So, are you all powerful mages come to tear down the stones of Ravenloft?"
I do not know if I am. We are powerful, but we are pretty strong. We have powers.
Oh.
But why do you ask? What does that have to do with betting? Oh.
Well, she says, well, the last man that came here, was, as the story was like, he so I'm getting a bit tongue-tied.
It's like, I with a woman.
Fucking hell. Wow.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Sorry.
She's like, when the mage came, he also threatened to tear down the walls of Ravenloft. I just wonder if you are here to do the same thing.
Oh, I think yes, that might be our plan. Yes, possibly. It's yes.
And she's like, oh, and what is a small person like you? What do you do?
Well, I follow Garl Glittergold, and he has bestowed upon me his powers.
And who's that?
He is the gnome god, the god that glitters within the sky. He is beautiful. He is majestic. He is the patron of badgers and other things. You know, the creatures that you eat.
And she's like, so does that mean he's not here?
Well, he is everywhere. There's no escaping him. He is within. He is the tree. He is the dirt. He is.
But you said he glitters, and the thing in the sky doesn't really glitter much.
Well, like it is saying he's everywhere. I feel him within my heart.
Is he like the Morning Lord?
I don't know who is the Morning Lord.
Is he like the Morning? He is who Barovians believe in.
Yeah, okay. What does he do?
Well, his domain is like the morning and the sun rays.
It's
okay.
Alamantor, right?
Not sure. They only know him as the Morning Lord.
In Forgotten Realms, the Morning Lord's Alamantor. So if it's the same, then you've probably heard of him.
Okay.
Yeah. But if it's not the same, I don't know.
Do I roll religion to see if I know what that might be?
Sure. Go on.
Okay, maybe I will.
First,
I don't think it would be that hard. Oh, look at that. You doing a skill roll. Oh, I've gone all smudgy. I'm like a fucking... There we go.
So skills. And then religion. That is one of my things. Damn it.
religion, it's my jam.
Yeah. Yeah, you would know of it.
Oh, is that that name that Garrett just said?
They wouldn't know him by that name. They only know him as the Morning Lord.
Oh, okay. But you know, the thunder is the name of the Morning Lord in the place that I am from.
Where do you come from?
Bergenstern.
Oh, I've never heard of that. Is it nice?
Oh yes, it's quite. Oh, it's Bergenstedt. I said the wrong name for my own town. Okay, Bergenstedt is quite a lovely place. It's a gnome settlement, but there's kind of a plague going on. It's like not the best place right now. But before,
that sounds good.
Before that, it was quite a lovely place. I'm currently on a quest to try to cure the disease that is there.
She nods.
But anyway, I'm getting quite sleepy, so.
She says, "Oh no." She says, when you get the gift, when you buy the gift, you'll need to take it to, my cousin, Luvash in the Vistani encampment outside the town of Velaki.
Okay. Yes.
Where
was that I'm taking you to? To your cousin Velaki. In Velaki, what is it? He's getting out a little note and he's writing it in.
She said, Luvash. That's spelled Luvash.
Okay, so I'm taking this doll to your cousin Lavash in the other place.
She nods. She says, yes.
Okay, cool. So yes, I shall take it there. I shall take it there. I don't know why you are trusting me with this because we have just met, but I'm sure I will totally deliver this.
I mean,
doll.
she says you look very trustworthy. What do I call you?
Oh, my name is Tata Papamelganifraxis Ovelia, but you may call me Franco.
Yes, you look trustworthy, Freckles.
Oh, thank you.
She says, well, I will let you head to sleep. Oh, God.
Sorry. It
Just
froze, so I just decided to do it again.
It froze as soon as you mentioned that he had the trustworthy face.
I froze at a trustworthy face.
Yeah, and she hands you 25 gold.
Ah, thank you.
I've already added it to your catch sheets. You're now up to 150 gold.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna buy the best doll ever.
And she also hands you a note as well. She says, the note's addressed to Luvash.
Okay, thank you.
She says, you need to you offer that to gain entry to the encampment.
Ah, yes. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
The name of this Vistani.
Is it okay? My eyes are getting so heavy.
She says, yes, I'm going to leave you now. I'm sorry it's about keeping you up.
Oh, no problem. Anytime. I always glad to help. In the name of Garl Glittergold. Garl Glittergold be with you. Okay, and then he goes away to sleep.
Okay, are you setting watch or is there no watch?
Yeah, I'll take a shift.
This Johnny probably have watch already, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Keep watching with this Danny.
I
I think we need only one person to take watch other than Neudun, so Neudun only needs 4 hours.
Yeah, I need 4 hours, so I could effectively take 2 watches.
Oh, nice.
Neudun takes a watch and then Neudun goes into the transfer Garrett watches him.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, it's good having an elf in the party because they can just be like.
It is.
Okay, well, the night's pretty uneventful. You hear some howls in the woods in the distance, some wolf howls. They're becoming quite common, you would say. You know, you often hear wolves howling. Howling wolves. Danny?
Just creating the mood, James.
So,
Hey, spooky jokes are cool. So
next morning.
Rest. Key points.
One lesson.
at breakfast, I have to talk to people.
Get Arius away from the milk.
He's keeping his distance, don't worry.
Sit over there.
Well, after breakfast, that is. That way Arius is not impeding our progress on food, so.
What's that? He's keeping his distance. He's being careful not to curdle the milk again.
That's why I say after we eat. So, but regardless, after we eat, Ark is going to kind of like wave you guys in for a second. Kind of like team meeting kind of thing.
What is it, Ark?
Yes, Irina?
Is this going to be as bad as last night's story?
Okay. Not really, because like, and I make sure we're away from the Fishdani. Kind of like
The Fishdani? Is that like the waterborne version of the Vistani?
Yeah, they're in the river.
It's the shrimp scampi version. But anyway, but I'm just going to kind of walk away from them because I don't necessarily want anyone to really know about this. But after we get a distance out, I'm going to see, guys. Okay, Morden Caden, that's my mentor. I didn't have a dad. I had my uses, and Morden Caden kind of saved me from that. He killed slavers, liberated, thousands of people, but I was magically broken and kind of picked it up, and I really owe it to him to look for him, and I know, I hope I've been kind of helpful, but and Cam, I haven't forgotten your threat. So, just so you know, Arius, sorry, Arius,
Yes.
I haven't, because I'm still angry at that. I don't care how bad you smell, or like curdle milk, you just chill that shit with me, because I'm not your enemy, kind of thing. But can you still help? I have to stop and find. Would you guys mind if we go look for him?
Where do you
No.
think he is? Do you have a lead
But we
on
know I've got some good news and some bad news.
We could totally go see this mentor.
Well, I want to look for the
What
body,
Oh yes, we could look for a body.
because that.
That is part of the healing process.
Yeah.
him?
I'm taking the assumption that you guys told me about kind of what you heard about.
I was about to.
breakfast.
That's why I said I got
Yeah.
some good news and some bad
Sorry.
news.
Good.
No, the bad news is the Vistani told a story last night of a wizard that led about a year ago. That was here, a great wizard that led a rebellion of the Barovian citizens up to Castle Ravenloft, and were presented with the devil. The most of the citizens fled, and the wizard had a pretty extensive, massive, epic battle against the devil. He ate a couple lightning bolts, and he gave as good as he got. But in the end, he was thrown off a 1,000-foot cliff into the waterfall, which, coincidentally, is right up the trail where we're headed. So the Vistani naturally, don't let a good tragedy go to waste. They, this guy claims that he went to go loot any valuables that the wizard may have, but he did not find a body. So, good news is he might still be alive, or at least recoverable. Worst case scenario, he is dead and he is swept downriver.
My only thought in this arc would be, do you wish to proceed in looking while we still have Arena with us?
Yeah, I mean, if we're here, she might know something we don't. She knows the land. She knows the people. There's something to be said about keeping your allies around.
Yeah, we were supposed to get her to the safe place as soon as possible.
That's what I think. In our way back through, we can look for.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we can ask in Valaki as well, because if he would have lived, he would have needed to go to some place that was safe.
Yes.
Barring some cave in the woods that he may still be hiding out in, or if he did in fact survive, maybe someone in Valaki knows, or maybe somebody at the Abbey.
Yes.
Those are two strongholds where the devil doesn't.
Yes.
No.
What I think about it is we deliver Arena to Veleki safely, and from there we can either ask around in Veleki to find your mentor arc.
Yeah.
We could retreat back down the road to follow the path of the river itself. Or another point of interest would be the Abbey further the west, although I doubt he would have been carried that far. So very well could asking Valaki and then return back down the road. Should we find the river? I just worry of doing it with Arena with us, considering she could draw towards a threat we are not ready to face.
We are on a deadline with her.
I don't know. I mean, we're all on the cards, and we're all kind of linked, right? Isn't that the way
Yes.
this
That
works?
suits say, I said.
Yes, I totally get why you want to find this body, but and for your closure and all of that. But we are on a mission of, quick importance to get her over to Velaki. So we must do this quickly. We cannot go. We can do your mission to find the body after, and maybe when we're in Velaki, we might find information, as the others are saying.
I think what my
We'll see.
esteemed friend is trying to say is that we should be mindful of the past and the future, but not at the expense of the present.
Yes. That is what I was trying to say. My accent is hard to make
Otherwise, I
out.
think we all in agreement that we will indeed lend you our aid.
Yes. We shall help you. I will help you after this.
All right. We'll see. If it's a stone's throw from the bridge, if I notice something, I don't know. We'll see. All right. Let's
Yeah,
go.
well,
Let's go.
if we notice
cast
something
light,
while we're there, yeah, we can pursue it real quick. But these Vistani seem pretty enterprising. So had they have found a body, I think they would. I mean, had there been a body, I think they would have found it. But you also just keep in mind, you gotta give your master his due. He may have used that 1,000-foot fall as good cover to, to disappear if he found himself outmatched.
But that's where the madame, she's
Truth there, yes.
Yeah.
What did she say to you?
at the bottom of the well. That's where I'm supposed to look for him.
Where there was no well mentioned.
Oh, not well?
It was a chasm.
Chasm.
Yeah, chasm. That is a mistake on my notes.
Yeah, it was a great
Yes.
chasm within which
That's
a
right.
man of broken mind and powerful spells is being
Yeah.
swallowed by wind and water.
Yeah. So
I'm supposed to follow some ravens.
that's a waterfall, right? It has to be a waterfall.
Oh, I think I know where I got the term well from. I must have, like a well of waters. I must have mistaken pool for well somewhere in my mind.
You're fine.
That's
I
what we
mean, it's
pass
just.
by.
But yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
We pass by,
let's.
Ark. We can
Well, so
cast
what do you
our
want to do?
eye
You want
back.
to just dive in a waterfall and see if he's at the bottom of the lake?
I don't
Because
know.
we can do that
We
real
can-
quick.
We can.
Let us
We
let
we
us
can.
see these falls first.
Yeah.
See how
Yeah, let's
easily we
get
can
there.
traverse.
Let's get there. Let's get on the way. We've done enough talking. I need to think.
It's okay. If you need a hug, I'm here for hugs. Just putting that out there.
I bet you are. Whoops.
Oh, we got a
Arius-
therapy gnome. I think we got a therapy gnome. That's good.
Arius is going to approach Eve, by the way.
Oh,
Is
they're
our
actually
resident
hell.
psychologist and
Yes,
how are
Ark
you,
will
Eve?
hug the gnome. So
How are you, Eve?
it's fine.
Sam, you've gone really quiet again.
Hold on. Okay.
Hey,
I
Eve,
think you were trying to be moody and you went too
Nope.
moody.
I was actually speaking up. Hold on. Let me mess with my audio settings.
too much edge.
It's so edgy, I couldn't
God.
hear it.
Yeah. You must
how
have
about now?
cut the air, and that's why no one could hear you. It was
Yeah, it's
you know
just so
it was
dense.
so sharp that it
faster than the speed of sound.
It was so sharp, Sean Bean has appeared in your room to call you a bastard.
How about now? Any better?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Is it better? I can't really hear any difference, but
for me it is.
Yeah, it is. You can hear the difference.
Well, I can hear him at least. That's all. That's the criteria.
Oh, gosh. Hold on. I don't know why.
It's like
I
Sam's
think-
volume is the actual volume for Sirenscape, because I turn Sirenscape up until I can understand Sam, but like not like overwhelm him. So but that's the lowest voice.
Hold on, let me see.
I just start talking and see what happens.
Yeah, just to tell if
Oh,
it's any
hi,
better.
Arius.
Hey, areas.
I
Hey,
don't know if
Arius.
this is any better now.
Hi.
Hold on.
What's up, my dude?
I just wanted to
Strahd.
see
nine.
you. How are you, since considering the telling that we all received?
Yeah, I told a really dope story about my childhood.
I was more mentioning the time with the soothsayer.
Yeah, she told me some stuff and things. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
You were
I
told,
I did feel that you didn't remember it.
I said it straight up. Don't fucking remember.
you were told that you were sent away to protect you from the devil, Strahd, when you were little. You have to
So
protect
glad
the
all of you are taking notes.
Yeah.
protect the sister to be whole, and you're apparently currently travelling with said sister,
Oh,
Hey,
I believe.
there you go, Emily.
wow.
Sister soul,
Okay, and I'm also going to thank
So
Sam.
Ark.
Well, hold on. I'm going to thank Sam, the player, for his amazing notes. And Cam
Yeah.
for his amazing notes as well.
The edgelords
like-
of the century.
No,
Note-taking.
they're just they're like thorough.
Thorough
That's what it
note.
is. They're thorough.
So edgy, they've tattooed the notes on their skin.
Yeah, as it says, you were little when you were last seen by Eva and sent away to protect you from the wrath of the devil. You was the one who got out. You're the self still remains, and you travel right now with them right now, a sister to make you feel whole. You must protect her from the devil, and that is your task.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Shakespearean edgelords. I think it fits better. Because like they are actors.
I actually just said all of that. It was just.
Okay, so Eve is telling Gavius that.
Yeah, I just said all of that. Write it down. It must be said that I said all of that. Actually, do you know what? She brought up the fact that I had a sister, and I must protect her.
This is a cliche line, but how does that make you feel? Considering the lack of
Well, I
Close
thought I was an
familial.
orphan, so.
exam.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you two still technically are an orphan, just one with a sister.
Yeah, well. I thought I was an only child orphan. Turns out I might have a sister.
Wow.
How are you coping with that, Eve?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Won't lie to you.
Is,
I am not
is your
surprised.
sister Arena?
Maybe. I thought it was Ark, but
It
he's so
could be.
pretty.
I think you're taking this whole the secret identity thing a little too far.
Yeah, maybe.
This may have gotten out of hand.
I don't know. Can I
Let's
be
get- let's
related?
Let's get Irina back.
Can I
that
be
leaks out
related
of
to
our hair.
Irene though? She nearly died in a
Yeah.
And
battle.
I'm out of this outfit. I'll be
No,
okay
but
with
you gotta say pretty.
it.
Then we lose our edge. You can't
Well-
get out the the outfit.
There's
Well,
no
you
running
might-
out of edge in this group. Trust
Yeah.
me.
I'll put Ark in like different drag.
Yeah.
Well, if
Now it's Pamela today.
if Freckle's going to dress Ark, then Ark might just stay that way. Who knows? We'll see.
Pamela. It's not Pamela. It's Pamela.
Pamela.
Do
Hi,
you think-
Pamela.
Do you think, Eve, that Irina might be your sister?
uh,
Are you considering
know.
that?
maybe. I mean, there's no other females here.
Okay. Just in case, as much as I do not like that soothsayer, she has been accurate in her words.
Don't like anyone.
You are not exactly incorrect, you. I will not deny that.
Apart from Narun. and me.
I'm
Anyway,
the
carry
friends
on.
with Nedroom.
Oh, dramatic breakup. Oh no.
Perhaps it might be worth putting the question to Arena as to her familial relations, since I'm not too sure how you could be her sister, considering she is the daughter of the Burgermeister, apparently.
Ah,
Your
am I
sister is secret.
royalty? Am I secret royalty?
I can
Nice.
think of reasons why it might occur that way, adoption of some sort. But perhaps it might be worth asking Arena as we cover this.
Yeah. Okay. Arena, you there, hun?
Are you just
I think we're off to
are you
one
just
side.
doing that now, or what? Are you
Yeah.
just approaching her now? Okay.
Hi,
Yeah,
Arena.
we're gonna unpack this right now.
I need to know.
Oh, can you not wait until we're in the road?
No.
Okay. Make sure there are no Vistani around.
Well,
I'm
let's
used to your habits.
we could be having this conversation while we're walking though.
Yeah, that's
She'd
that's.
go, hey, hang up for a second, and then
Oh wait.
what happened
Elias,
was
if we are leaving,
We've had a breakfast. Let's get on the road, hun.
Before we
Okay.
go, sorry. Iris will approach one of the Vistani and just ask about that path marked on the map. You know, just asking, is it one that can actually be traversed?
What do you mean? The one that links up to the?
To the main road, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They say it is slightly overgrown, but it is a safe it is a safe path. Well, as safe as any path on in Barovia.
You'll have my things. Just get you a quick bow, then catch up with the group.
Okay. And we'll do Irina and E's little thing on the road when we come back from a break. So,
Nice.
remember, don't forget to touch that dial.
No,
Don't
don't touch the
Oh,
dial.
that's the deal.
Don't touch
Blow round,
that
guys. Blow round.
dial.
also don't forget to touch the dial.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Chambers
No.
of Roleplay.
Don't forget to
Unlike,
join the Discord.
unsubscribe. Comment on Discord.
Push that dial,
We will
like, and unsubscribe.
We will see you
No.
in 10
No,
minutes.
subscribe. Yeah.
See ya.